Oh, what is going on, guys? Today I have a video to you about a little series that I spoke to all of you guys about during my thanks for 500 subscribers. And if you haven't seen that, guys, make sure you go check that out before this video. So I'm going to go over a few videos per week, possibly one or two, going back to Call of Duty 4. And as always, like I said, Modern Warfare Remastered is coming up this November. And just to give you guys a bit of an insight, to get you guys prepared for the game, I'm going to go over the best guns, a few tips and tricks back from the COD 4 days, and just give you the best insight into what COD 4 is if you haven't played it already. So in this video, guys, I'm going to go over the top 5 best weapons in Call of Duty 4, just so that when the game comes out, you know what guns you need to use to have the best success in the game. And in this video, the pictures I show on screen will be pictures of the guns in the remastered version. However, I won't have no gameplay, because otherwise I'd be taking other people's content, and obviously that could end up in strikes for your channel. So at number 5, we have the RPD. Now, the RPD is a light machine gun. Obviously, it isn't light; it's an LMG. And it has a pretty big magazine. Now, what is good about the RPD? So the accuracy, especially with foregrip, it's pretty accurate, as we know back from COD 4. The RPD also has a pretty decent fire rate. So when you have lowish recoil and a good fire rate, an LMG, whether it's got high damage or not, will be good. Damage itself is pretty consistent as well. So it's just a general all-rounder gun. The only downside is the mobility. Obviously, when holding an LMG, your mobility will be decreased, but overall RPD comes in at number 5. So at number 4, we have the M14, the assault rifle, which some of you guys might remember again from other Call of Duties besides COD 4. Now, the M14 is a semi-automatic gun. Now, what I mean by that is that actually shoots like one bullet at a time by you using the trigger on your controller. It's not fully automatic or like a 3-round burst, so you do it as if it was like a 1 bullet per time. Anyway, I didn't really know how to explain it, but like the M14 in general, the fire rate, it's not too fast. Again, the accuracy, quite like the RPD actually, being a single shot weapon, is going to be pretty accurate. And the main thing about this gun is the damage is very high. And so if you're talented, just like with the Shiva and Black Ops 3, as long as you hit your shots, you are pretty much guaranteed a 2 shot to the head, 3 shot to the body. Especially that's what it was like in COD 4 anyway. So if we move on to number 3, we have the P90. Now, the P90, this can be slightly controversial to those that played COD 4. I could have put any guns in there. The AK-74U was a very good gun as well. The MP5 again was a very good gun. Both could have been honorable mentions, which I could do in the future if you guys want me to. But the P90 was just an absolutely incredible weapon. The mag was huge. Its fire rate was pretty impressive, to be fair. The accuracy not too good. It could shake around, but as long as you handled the recoil, the damage was pretty good. As long as you hit your shots, you're going to drop them fast, and it really was up there with one of the best submachine guns back in COD 4. And this is a gun I'm actually going to use a lot in this game, especially those that want to be getting nice montages with a submachine gun. A P90 is the one for you. Very great weapon, comes in at number 3 for me. So if we move on to number 2, we have the M4 Carbine. Now, the M4 Carbine is a fully automatic weapon, and if you don't know what it's like, it's very similar to the HVK actually, and it was similar to the was it the M4 Carbine back in Ghosts? Oh no, the Remington. Sorry, it's very similar to the Remington R5 back in COD Ghost. Now, this M4 Carbine, the fire rate isn't too fast. It's pretty average. Recoil again, pretty average into some recoil. It was upwards recoil, of course, but however, the damage, the fire rate were pretty impressive on this gun, fire rate especially. And so again, if you hit your bullets, you're going to drop the player very quickly. And this was a gun that is used so much back in COD 4, and I have memories with this gun as well. It was an incredible gun, and fairly deserves to come in at number 2 on this. And now number 1, guys, for especially a gun which you can use if you have skill. Now the M16A4, you know, we know it from loads of Call of Duties, and in COD 4 it was especially good. You know, you could one burst people from, you know, medium to long ranges maybe 2 bursts, but medium ranges especially, you can just one burst them very easily, and it's a very, very powerful weapon. Pretty similar again to the M16 that we saw in Modern Warfare 2 and those that we saw in Modern Warfare 3, etc, etc. Very good weapon. Recoil again is pretty consistent, you know, not too hard to use in terms of the recoil. Very good weapon to use if you know how to use it. But that's all for today, guys, in this video, just to give you an insight into the COD 4 weapons and the best ones that you can use for the remastered game. So drop a like, guys, if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you on my next video.